Hey, being an educator, people often ask me about my memories in school, personally. Well, I can remember in kindergarten, I actually learned a lot about human relations, lying, telling people what they want to hear, being two-faced, backstabbing, that sort of thing. I remember in elementary school we used a thing called an abacus. If you want to Google that, it's spelled Abacus, abacus. And we also used white chalk and a blackboard. And I can remember when calculators came out, it was a really big deal back then. And cell phones and laptops, of course, didn't exist. I have no idea how civilization survived, quite frankly. My first day in grade one, I remember that well. The teacher was constantly threatening to take us across the hall to the office if we didn't behave. And I didn't know what an office was, and it just terrified me. And I'm sure I heard screaming coming out of this office, but it was years later that I dared to go into the office. Okay, one of my most vivid memories in elementary was vaccination day, and they had about 100 of us lined up along the hallway, and two teachers would grab the first person in the line and drag him down these stairs and take him into this windowless room in the basement. We never saw that person again. Well, anyway, nobody was talking in line, and the tension was really thick, and all you could hear was heavy breathing. And as I got closer to the line, I couldn't take it anymore. I bolted. I ran out the front door, and what I didn't realize was everybody else was following me. And we were all screaming, and the fear just spread through the school like a virus. And the kids were just pouring out of this school here, and some kids were jumping out of the windows. Well, they had to call in the police and even the military. And it took almost a week before they captured most of us. And about a few days later, it turned out that the principal and principal of Vice were caught at the border trying to get into Mexico. Well, middle school. Difficult time. I can remember walking by the nurse's office, and I could hear students banging their head against the wall going through hormone hell. At that time, my face was all broken out with pimples, and I went to the school psychologist, and I told him, I really feel ugly. Well, he handed me this Halloween mask and told me to wear it. Well, the other thing I learned about in middle school was the society's social order, and I also experienced it. It's more commonly known as the pecking order. Well, then came high school, and the big thing was working in groups, group work on projects. And I quickly discovered that typically one, and if you were lucky, two people did most of the work in these groups. Yet everybody got the same credit. Well, this knowledge has helped me very much in the corporate world. Well, and then there was the memory of the championship basketball game. There was 5 seconds left on the clock, and suddenly the principal's son ran onto the court wearing only sneakers. He was so distracting that he just grabbed the ball and then took a shot, a three-point shot, and made it, and we won the championship game. Now, the ref was so upset because he couldn't remember if this guy had dribbled enough times before he took the shot. Well, for his quick thinking and effort, the school made him the class valedictorian that year. And at his speech there, he was wearing sneakers and boxer shorts. Well, he always was a free spirit. Well, there was the other memory of the day the principal had a bird when our school mascot, Crispy Bacon the pig, was stolen. The rumor had it that he was sold to our arch rival school, Dr. I. M. Bratwurst, and that he was the center of attention at their annual pork and bean fundraiser dinner. And then there was the mystery meat casserole that was served in the school cafeteria, and everybody got sick that ate it. The rumor here was that the meat was actually roadkill. Oh yes, and then there was the caretaker strike. There was a foot of trash on the floors of the whole school, and nobody seemed to be able to get the trash into the trash bin. And of course, how could I forget Speed Freak Eddie, who, while taking driver's education, crashed into the school gymnasium backwards during graduation exercises. Well, every time I see a defaced mountain with grad signs on it, it always brings back those school memories.